The day was January 25th, 2018. The location? Kubasaki High School, Okinawa, Japan. The locker room. At exactly 6:04 p.m. Okinawan Standard Time, an 11-second video was recorded that would change one man's life forever. This is a story about Kenny Burner. The funny thing was that Kenny always seemed to be like a very well-kept individual. He was clean, his hair was always done nice, and the man cared about his hygiene and appearance. Which is why it was a great shock to all of us when the video became available and it appeared that Kenny was washing his hands within the inner bowl of a toilet. That, right there, is a broken man. A man who has lost his ability to function in a modern society. A man who thought it would be his best to wash himself in the bowl that he had just excreted in. Kenny washed his hands in a toilet. Let's talk about it. Smooth jazz. The consequences of washing your hands in the toilet vary immensely based on the contents of the bowl. The three options include human feces, pee-pee, and toilet water. Obviously, human feces would be the most unsettling ranking in the highest terms of grossness, followed by pee-pee. And the toilet water is not the cleanest of consolations either. Here, we have toilet water. And on the color wheel, it is located near the center, possibly even leaning towards the blue. At the very end of the video, Kenny does the worst possible thing that he could have done. He turns around. In this frame only, we get a shot of the toilet and just a smidgen of the water. If the water in Kenny's shot is indeed water, then it would be similar. White, leaning towards blue, but if it is pee-pee, then it'll be leaning towards the bottom right. A shade of yellow. That's right, sure enough. Kenny was presumably washing his hands thoroughly in a bowl of his own urine. It didn't seem possible. How could such a well-rounded kid stoop so low? Now, this is quite the accusation and evidence against him. You might wonder what Kenny has to say for himself. That brings us to The Shannon Show, episode 13, the original Halloween special.
Tell me, after I got done washing my hands in the toilet, why did my hands come out dry?
The hands. Was it wet? It's a good question. And here I present to you 3 perfect frames of Kenny's hand. No liquid flying off the fingertips, no reflection off of a liquid surface, just a bare, albeit blurry, dry hand. This can't be possible. Something isn't right. Something is missing. On one hand, we have a scrub-a-dub-dub arm motion in the bowl, and on the other hand, that's it. The other hand. The other hand is closed. It's holding something small. This leads me to my theory and the most likely explanation. Kenny is holding a small, bald piece of toilet paper in that hand. Bald toilet paper that he was using to meticulously and shamefully wipe the rim of the toilet bowl that he had just blasted with urine. Kenny wasn't washing his hands. He was wiping the rim. Kenny tried to pee in the toilet and he missed. Kenny can't aim. This explains why he was peeing in the stall in the first place, for a larger target than a urinal cake. He thought this would be the place to hide his greatest weakness. But in reality, we call him in the act. The cleanup act. Fast forward to Shannon Show episode 57, the spooky special. This incident was brought up once again. This time, Kenny cowered in shame.
That was a hurtful intro.
Do you want me to try again? I said you were also constructed differently.
As soon as you start off, people are going to think of me for the entirety of the video. Just try to wash and toilet, bro.
He has taken defeat and only wishes that we not judge him for his actions. So maybe it's time to not talk about it. Maybe it's time to move on. Welcome to a moment in history. What are you doing to the seat?